Hello, everybody. Welcome to Com's Corner, episode number 4. Welcome, welcome. Drew Com, what's up? Thank you for popping in. I believe you are here via mobile by the looks of it. Thank you. Awesome sauce. So yeah, episode 4, and don't mind the furry face today, folks. I just didn't feel like shaving. So you get the furry Rajcom today. Com's Corner episode 4. We've got some interesting stuff for you today. I have all kinds of news. But some of it I'm saving for next week because I already had this episode already done up before we made some interesting changes or additions to the WGA. But you know what? We're going to jump into our promo video, which is kind of my national anthem of sorts. So let's listen to the promo video one more time.
Ever wondered what it's like to be part of a vibrant gaming community that celebrates the thrill of competition, the joy of collaboration, and the sheer fun of play? Welcome to a journey into the heart of Whirlwind Gaming Academy, affectionately known as WGA. At the helm of WGA are the founders, the visionaries who breathe life into this thriving gaming hub. Guiding the WGA community alongside the founders are our senior ambassadors and ambassadors. What's coming up in the WGA calendar, you ask? We host various charity events throughout the year. Prepare for the adrenaline rush of our quarterly Fortnite tournaments, a true test of skill and strategy that brings our community together. Keep the conversation flowing. Engage with fellow gamers and content creators by joining our Discord at discord.gg/WGA. Whether you're a novice seeking advice or a pro gamer looking for a challenge, we've got you covered. It's a place where you can share your gaming triumphs, discover new strategies, and make lifelong friends. We're committed to achieving great things and believe that with our members' support, we can make a significant impact. We'd like to extend an invite to you all to become an active part of the WGA community and participate in our exciting events. Join us and make the most out of your gaming experience.
And that is our promo video. Love it. One of the many things I'm going to have common in Com's Corner is going to be that video. It's also going to be our Ambassador Wanted slides, although I did cover this last week, so I'm not going into everything. It's there. Read it. Rewind, pause, do whatever you have to do. But basically, we are looking for more ambassadors. We have the criteria listed there, what we're looking for. And I've got some announcements next week for this. But for now, there's the second part. And the part you can't really read at the bottom, unfortunately, because of the way I have my my stream, is if this sounds like you, reach out to one of the WGA founders at discord.gg/WGA. So yeah, so we're looking for some active people. So if you're interested, if you think that's you, drop us a buzz. All right. Upcoming events we have for the month of April. Whirlwind Gaming Academy is raising funds for Diabetes Research Institute Foundation. So for the full month of April, we are doing this thing. Now, I don't think this total is anywhere near accurate. The current total is, and again, with the unable to see anything when I try to look. Who can give me a total in chat? DrewCom, can you give me the total? Yeah, for the Drew, for the mobile version, I can't put the slides down there. It doesn't work well. So I just have the logo and people can go check out other things. So the current total is $150. We are April 9th, so that's pretty good. We've got a goal of $1,000. I'll have to update this for next time. I thought I had everything covered, but apparently not. And then we also have the Streamathon, which will take place on April 20th and 21st. You're on PC? Well, no, if you're on PC, you should have me on one side in a large picture, and then on the side of me, the other one. You may have grabbed the wrong notification when it popped. There's two. There's a vertical and a regular. You just have to check the other one out, because I am streaming to both areas on the YouTube platform. So yeah, so if you're interested in donating for this very worthwhile cause, you can scan the UPC code right there and, give some donations. Well, I know you're not lying to me, but you're just on the wrong thing, my friend. I mean, I can't show you because it's not on the same screen, but I have two different. Oh, there you go. Okay, you see it now. Perfect. All right, so we're going to move on. So Streamathon, April 20th and 21st. This might be a good time to pull up the next thing just to kind of so people know what's what, because if you want more information, you can go to our Discord at discord.gg/WGA. Yeah, I'm like getting up there, Drew, in the old technology thing. Miss Fran is teaching me very well. I'm going to pull this here in front of the stream, and we're going to go to, good thing my search history doesn't have like any porn or anything, right? You totally see that. We're going to go to whirlwindgaming.com, and this is our new website. So by typing in whirlwindgaming.com, it will bring you to Google Sites. So it does forward you. And so I added this cute little banner across the top that can bring you. So April is Diabetes Month. Please check out the calendar in the events section. I'm not going to click on that right now because I literally want to go through the whole website. So we have the banner that goes across the top. So Whirlwind Gaming Academy, and then our slogan, where players become family. I mean, I'm not going to read everything, but we have our welcome message. We have our mission, our vision, our values, our goals. And hey, look at that. It's the promo video you can play right from the website. And then, of course, a quick way to join our Discord. So that's on the home section. And then if we go on the about section, we have the WGA socials that you can click, and it'll bring you to our social links. We have a list of our founders and kind of our primary roles that we've kind of fallen into. I mean, we can all do anything and everything, but the way it's kind of fallen is MrsFrantastique's kind of our stream support or streamer support, and we're going to get into that in the next segment. I'm the webmaster. I don't know if master is really a word or a title I could use, but definitely I'm the web guy. DrewCom is our tournament coordinator, so he usually takes off with all the details with the tournament. Smitty, kind of our charity event coordinator, or at least she was or is, for the diabetes. And I'm going to try to convince her really hard, no pressure, to take on the next ones as well. And Smitty's also our graphics person. She puts together most of our signs or whatever for all the various activities that we do. She kind of enjoys that. So, it helps a lot when we can split the tasks up like that. And then, of course, we have our senior ambassadors. And if you click on any of these links, it'll bring you to their primary streaming platform. So I want to say for everybody but me, the oddball, mine brings you to YouTube. The other ones bring everybody to Twitch. Then we have our ambassadors. And oh, look at that, coming soon. And we have a little surprise right here. We'll talk more about that next week. So that's the About Us. And then we have the Events section, which if you click this button brings you here. This is our calendar of events. If you just want to click on month. So diabetes for the whole month, and then the actual stream schedule and who's streaming, and the times and whatever. This calendar is going to be, I'm either going to keep one calendar specifically for main events and maybe a secondary calendar for other things. I'm not sure. I am considering something for streaming schedules, but I think that it becomes a lot for me to have to maintain it. So I may link to, if people want to put together their own calendar for their streaming schedules on the Google platform, and then I can link it into here and have people's streaming schedules maybe. I'm not sure, but it's something I'm kind of leaning towards. I could have one combined calendar with everybody's schedules on it. I think that'd be kind of neat. But we'll play that one by ear. And then we have our partner section. So this is where kind of the side things that we do. And it could be a lot of different things in here eventually. But for now, we have MrsFrantastique with her Framer's Framework, myself with Comms Corner, and Drew with Mind Mastery Education. So that is the new website. I could add a feedback section, but we have a Discord for that. So if anybody has any feedback, go to our Discord and put some feedback in there. More than happy to entertain different ideas. So that's the website. Move that on out. All right. So moving on, we have this is a better look at the streaming schedule for this streamathon. So again, I'll just go over this real quick. I'm just actually going to do the Smitty part here. From 10 to 2, Smitty is going to be launching this whole streamathon show. And we're actually going to have, at the very beginning of her stream, everybody getting together and talking about how diabetes has impacted their life. So I think that'll be kind of cool. You'll get to hear some stories on people's journeys with diabetes and maybe the people that live with them. So I think that'll be a super great way for you to learn a lot about the different members of the WGA. So we have that. So today is the spotlight on MrsFrantastique, the person that hides from the spotlight as much as she can. She is not a big, hey, look at me type person. But I think a lot of people can attest to the fact that she really is a go-to for a lot of us for a lot of different things. And she definitely excels at a lot of the stuff she does. And if we move forward, the About Me for MrsFrantastique, she's tech-savvy wife, definitely tech-savvy and definitely a wife. Proud mother and lifelong gamer. Her actual name is Francine, aka MrsFrantastique, or Fran. She was first introduced to gaming when the NES came out. Yes, she's that old. Still a pup. These days, she plays a variety of games on both PC and console, anything from World of Warcraft to Call of Duty. And then I can add to this, definitely, she plays like NHL, like she loves NHL. It's crazy. She definitely loves Fortnite. But you can join the World and Family for laughs and epic gaming moments. And she's recently streamed Fortnite. She's taken a dabble at just chatting. Supermarket Simulator, and I'm just going to put it out there. I'm kicking everybody's butt in that game right now. She enjoys Valorant, and then she is dabbled on a little to the left. So that's just to name a couple of things she does. For the most part, I want to say she's Fortnite, and she's trying to get more into the just chatting to kind of talk about streaming and streaming journeys in general. So she's definitely interested in that. So the streamer framework is MrsFrantastique's, I'll call it claim to fame. Not really. It's not a claim to fame. It's something that she believes a great deal in. She's all about helping people, and she found this way of doing so via a blog. So there's the link to her blog area. So streamerframework.blogspot.com. I think she said to me by the weekend, if she hasn't already hit it, she's going to be at 80 blog posts, which is crazy. I don't know how she does that. That's a lot, and very consistent at it. She's always very proud when she puts them out there, and she really looks forward to people making comments about them, positive comments, of course, and people just going to check it out. So she, when you see her post this, by all means, share it to as many people as you can. The more people that can see her blogs, I think the more people will benefit from them. She has a profound love for streaming, content creation, and assisting others, because that's what drives her. She's developed a streamer framework with the intention of offering streamers guidance and a clear path forward. So yeah, over 70 articles, but she's close to the 80 now. And one of the great things about how Miss Fran puts her blogs out, she's not putting stuff out there to tell you this is what you need to do to be successful. What she's doing is she's putting out information to help you make the decisions based on how you feel, how you are as an individual. So it's not, cookie cutter, you need to do this. It's look deep inside you. What do you love to do? And here's some ideas to help you get there. So it's a great way for people to develop, right? Because if everybody did the same thing, I think streaming in general would be very boring, because everybody would dress the same way, look the same way. Can you imagine if everybody was Dr. Disrespect? Dr. Disrespect would no longer be entertaining, because everybody was Dr. Disrespect, right? So learning your way, your path is what Miss Fran is trying to help people with. And anybody that's interested in popping into one of her streams, she'd be super ready to answer any questions you may have about her individual posts or blogs. Just because she's playing a game. I mean, I know her. She would hit the brakes if she had to and have that conversation with you, just because that's the type of person she is. So, so that's that one. We'll move on to the next one. So that was Miss Fran. Now we're going to do something interesting. I like to try to add something that's non-Whirlwind in the mix. So this is not specific to Whirlwind. I did some research, and I have some very interesting information on the history of gaming. So the history of gaming is a fascinating journey that spans several decades and has seen numerous technological advancements, cultural shifts, and industry innovations. So here's a brief overview of the key milestones in the history of gaming. So I didn't even know this was a thing. Basically, 1950s, 1960s, the origins of electronic gaming can be tracked back with the invention of Space War. They came out officially in 1962, which was a computer game developed by students at MIT. These early games were mostly experimental and limited to academic and research institutions. It's I can't even imagine this thing. And they probably thought it was the greatest thing in the world. I look at it and it just looks like a magic 8-ball that you shake and wait for an answer. So pretty awesome. Would have never even thought of that. When I think back, I can't think that far back. Well, heck, this is before I was even born, which is saying a lot because I was born a long time ago. 1970s and 1980s marked the rise of arcade gaming with classics like Pong, Space Invaders, that captivated audiences around the world. The arcade industry flourished throughout the 80s with iconic games such as Pac Man, Donkey Kong, and Tetris. So, this is how I started remembering things. Um, and, going to the arcade with your pocket full of change was like the in thing back in the day. Um, we had a mall in my hometown that I could go to. But I'm going to put out there, my mom didn't really want me to go because it was full of the troublemakers. Only the makers went to the arcade. Um, so I had to sneak in there. Sorry, Mom, but I did it. And in the 80s, we had the home console revolution. So the release of the Atari 2600 in 1977 popularized home gaming consoles. In the 80s, the video game market experienced rapid growth with the introduction of consoles like the Nintendo, and in 1985, and the Sega Genesis in 1989. The era also saw the emergence of iconic franchises like Super Mario Brothers and The Legend of Zelda. And I think a lot of people may have actually used this firsthand. But now they've also started coming out with replicas of these things. So if you see a replica that they come out with now, here's the original. This is what it was with these cartridges. You pop them in and you flick your little buttons. It was very awesome at the time. Now it's like, whatever. And then my favorite age came in, which was the golden age of PC gaming. So the 90s witnessed the rise of PC gaming fueled by advancements in computer technology and the proliferation of personal computers. Games like Doom, Quake, and Diablo revolutionized the industry with immersive gameplay and online multiplayer features. And I think DrewCom might remember back in the day, when we would get together and with our friends and whatnot and play some of these games in a network fashion. It wasn't online, but it was all networked in my buddy's garage, and we brought all our big computers with us, slapped them down, and we had a blast. That's what we did. The late 1990s and early 2000s marked a transition to 3D graphics and more sophisticated gameplay experiences. Titles such as Super Mario 64, Final Fantasy VII, and Half-Life pushed the boundaries of what was possible in gaming. Yes, Diablo LAN Party were the best. Yeah, when these more advanced consoles came out, it really made a big change. Man, people went to town with Super Mario, that is for sure. And I think to this day, people still manage to do it, even if there's just retro gaming. The 2000s saw the mainstream adaptation of online gaming with the launch of services like Xbox Live and Steam, massive multiplayer online games, which we all refer to as MMOs, such as World of Warcraft, become cultural phenomena, attracting millions of players worldwide. And this game today is still a huge time sink for a lot of people. The game itself is in multiple versions. It's pretty interesting how, you have TV series that you used to watch when you were a kid, and then they've done the I don't know, the reboots of them. Well, they did the same thing for World of Warcraft, the reboot into the classic World of Warcraft. So now you can play classic World of Warcraft, you can play current World of Warcraft, and people are just, glued to it, having a good time. With the popularization of smartphones and tablets in the 2010s, that led to a boom of mobile gaming. Casual games like Angry Birds and Candy Crush Saga became global sensations, reaching audiences of all ages. Yes, you are correct. Drew EverQuest was definitely all. I think many of us is our first MMO, and I think definitely set the stage or the not the stage, the mark that you have to hit for a popular game, and then WoW came in and just blew the doors off of it with better graphics, um, and that really, like, EverQuest tried with EverQuest 2, they couldn't do it, and I'm actually very surprised that WoW didn't come out with the WoW 2, but instead they did the reboot to Classic. So I say my mom doesn't know a lot about computers, but man, she can crush candy. Let me tell you, she plays that like on the regular on her tablet, and that just gives you an idea, right? This is an older lady. Not gonna call her out on her age, but she's definitely older than I am because she's my mom. And just goes to show you how every generation is just getting involved in these things, right? It's crazy. Um, Also in the 2010s, virtual reality came to be a bigger experience. VR and AR technologies gained traction, offering an immersive gaming experience. Devices like the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and PlayStation VR brought VR gaming to the mainstream, while games like Pokemon Go popularized AR gaming. Oh, interesting. WoW 2 after the next 3 expansions. Cool, cool. So VR, I don't know. I can't get into VR. I find it difficult. I wear glasses, and a lot of these VR contraptions just mess with my world. Um, there might be some better than others for glasses, but I definitely am not a contacts type of person. So, because I don't like sticking things in my eyeball, so I find these things very uncomfortable for me to wear, and I'm not going to get contacts just to VR. But a lot of people do it. I think as the technology gets better and lighter and smaller, more compact or whatever, I think it'll become just a lot better experience as well. Also, in the 2010s to present, the rise of streaming platforms like Twitch and YouTube gaming has transformed gaming into a spectator sport, with millions of viewers tuning in to watch their favorite gamers play live. Esports has become a billion-dollar industry, with professional players competing in tournaments for massive prize pools. I don't know how many times I've jumped on watching something and almost worse than TV, not even getting away from it, right? Just staying with it. It's amazing. It's amazing what's been coming out. Just wait for the implants. Yeah, that'll. I can see them sewing something to my eyeball. Me really loving that. So that's where we are today with that. Next generation gaming, present and future. The gaming industry continues to evolve with advancements in technology such as cloud gaming, ray tracing, and artificial intelligence. The next generation of gaming consoles, such as the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, promise even more immersive and realistic gaming experience. And these things just keep changing. Like, they just keep getting better and bigger, and especially Xbox, it's almost like just a computer in a box. But actually, I think runs better than a PC. Go figure. It's just amazing on how these things are developing. Basically, to summarize it all, this overview only scratches the surface of the rich and diverse history of gaming, but it highlights the key developments and milestones that have shaped the industry into what it is today. So carve your place in history. And that's for you guys, the streamers and gamers out there. And that, folks, is it for episode 4 of Calm's Corner. I hope you found it entertaining. I know I had a blast doing the history of gaming, doing the research for it. I actually learned some stuff. You tend to forget how things developed, so it's kind of neat to do. And that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Comms Corner. And we're going to transition into some gaming now. So I say, for the people that just came for Comms Corner, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week.